Hello, my name is Sandra Carolina Bautista Trujillo. I am from Bogota, the capital of Colombia, and my autobiography language started there 30 years ago. My story began when I was born in 1985. My language has grown along with the time and experiences I have had in my life. My first language is Spanish. It comes from the one my family taught me, but also I use the academic one that I learned from my teachers in high school and college. In Spanish, I communicate all the time with my family and most of my friends. My language had an impact in my life since I was a child. My mom, as the most important person in my life, besides my dad and my brother, was the one who always encouraged me to speak well my native language. And very well, I want to say without common mistakes. My mom is from Santander, Colombia, a close city to Bogota. However, the accent and the dialect used there is different than the one used in the capital. That dialect makes the people to be recognized in other cities. Since my mom moved from her original city to the capital, she always tried to pronounce the words as the people from my city did it by then. She was always encouraging my brother and me to be better in punctuation and spelling of the words. Her goal with us was to be more accurate in our documents and tasks. Due to the way she tried to the language be spoken, I always tried to speak it well. What is wrong with my language? Well, nothing is wrong with the language. As the babies grow, there are some standards in each language to improve it better. The accent and the dialect my mom had when she grew up was known as a strong accent. She did not want her children to speak that way. My dialect was affected by her, my school, my college, and the culture around me. After some years, I started loving English, but I think I had two incidents that were the most important incidents in my life. The first incident that encapsulated me as a user of a second language was the one that I had when I was probably 9 or 12 years old. By then, I loved seeing airplanes going back and forth. My grandma said they were going to different countries. She told me that I had to speak more than one language to travel in one of them. My mom tried to help me to accomplish my dream, but the cost, the prices by then were high. To take a course was not as easy as we wanted. After some years in high school, the teaching of a second language in English was given in my school. Although I have to say that even if my teachers tried to teach it well, they just had 1 hour per week to teach it. It was not enough. Also, I had so many English teachers in my school because some internal problems. Due to that situation, they ended up teaching almost the same every year, and my learning was affected by them. My second incident happened when I was in college. My dream was to travel to another country, to meet a new culture and improve the culture that I had back then. Before I traveled, I had to demonstrate a good level of English to communicate when I traveled. The score of the test I took was not as they expected. The travel was moved 6 months until I improved my speaking skills better. I continued learning English, at least with the purpose to be fluent. In 2010, after I graduated from college, I moved to the United States for the first time. My English skills were still low. The communication in the second language was so hard. I didn't have enough vocabulary or good listening, neither fluency. I worked hard to communicate with native English speakers, but I considered it was not enough to improve it well. At the end of my second year, before I moved back to my home country, I was more fluent, but I never improved the academic writing skills, a mistake that I made by then. The learning of the English brought me more and more opportunities. The cultural exchange keeps me growing as the experiences come. However, there are more goals to achieve. After 2 years living in Colombia, I decided to move back again to the United States. I started my master in TESOL the last January. From the beginning of the classes, my writing skills have been a challenge. In order to present the assignments well, with the academic writing expected, I have been working hard to achieve each one well. As I said before, I made a mistake when I did not improve this skill some years back in time. If I evaluate myself, I consider that I have a lot of things to work with in English still. I am a preschool teacher, and as an educator, I believe that the first language is taught with the dialect coming from the context where the children are born. As I read Living Language from Lauren Ahern, I reaffirm how much important the family and the context are in a baby's life. Plenty of teachers worked hard in my college in order to teach me how to make the babies to express their needs through the language. Theories came about where is the best time to teach a second language and why. My understanding about how the first language should be taught comes with the games and the amount of time family and friends take to talk to the newborn. Then, the time shared between the children and the other children, the adults, the reading of the books, the games, the school, the context, and the culture affects the development of the language. My own language was affected by my family, friends, and school from my home country. I consider I use my Spanish well. However, I have to keep working with my second language, the English. My following dream will be to start learning a third language in order to meet some more cultures and new people. Right after I improve my second language well, I will start with the third one, French. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my language autobiography.